hero, doesn't mind going 4-staff, doesn't mind going travels. So there's definitely an argument for this Kato mid. The question is whether it's going to be well executed. I think when you look at Kato and Timber, they're both heroes that just farm for the first 15 minutes of the game, or 12 minutes. Their lineup seems very stationary. Like, you don't have supports that gank that well. All three cores actually are very slow. So if KBU just wins their lane a little bit and they start forcing stuff, I feel like the draft on Black and Yellow is just gonna collapse.
I agree. But on the other hand, you also don't have the fastest cores either on KBU, right? CKS side, probably. Lina and Monkey King need some big items, so their Coddle could take advantage of that early game and try to, blast them out of the map early.
Yes, I feel like it's all in the supports for KBU US. You look at Hoodwink and Trian, all these heroes, they can walk through trees, they can get into positions that the normal supports can't, and that's how you set up. You actually go to your course lanes, and you're able to make moves. Ogre and DP, they're way worse at doing that, right? They kind of want to be behind a core that wants to do something, but all of their cores don't really have stuns. That's the problem.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it at the beginning, right? But I'm just not a fan of the Ogre DP support
or
duo because they just feel like they do something similar together, right? They just kind of feel like there's the same kind of support, like slightly tanky heroes that somewhat stand in the front line, bring a fair amount of team fight with overwhelming damage but no stuns, or again, Fire Blast not really the best stun. So
exactly, they're good laners, so they could make up for the fact that the mid game's gonna be a little bit slow.
Chat just confirmed, by the way, you can dodge it with Mischief, so that makes the Monkey King much better against God.
Okay. Yeah, it was mid anyway, so not necessarily going to be...
Right. That's a very good point, actually. I'm sorry about that, but I just wanted to confirm that, yes, you can dodge with Mischief. Thank you for that, guys. We don't always know all the interactions. How do you think the DP lane is going to do against the Monkey King? Because we didn't really talk about this, right? We assumed the Coddle instead.
It's just a farm fast, I think because there's so much range on the Coddle, Lina actually doesn't harass.
On the top lane, sorry. Monkey King versus DP. Yeah.
It's... you mean... I mean, the DP is going to be 4, right? The Monkey King versus Timber. I think it's...
Sure, right. But we talked about Monkey Timber. I was asking if the support matchup changes anything here for you.
It is easier. I think it's an easier lane. Kato just has overwhelming damage. I think it would also... being able to cast 2 Timber Chains at once as the Timber. I think Kato activates that hero a lot more. Look like, the DP... doesn't have as much move speed as Kato too, so much easier for the Monkey King with this Orb of Venom to get the Jingle stacks. So overall, I think, it's not a bad lane, but definitely worse than with Kato there.
Okay. Good to know. And then now, since you were so excited to talk about this, let's talk about the mid lane a little bit. What do you think is going to go here for the Lina versus Kato? Just a farm fest between the two?
Yeah, that's the resident sleeper lane. You're gonna see, this Kato just... he's actually rushing Kaya, interesting. You usually see, Boots and getting a couple of extra stacks. He's just going straight up Kaya. Alright.
I've seen this this change a little bit, because now the Illuminate doesn't fully blast the wave, right? Even early. And nulls don't give you the magic damage. So Kaya makes up for this. I've seen Kalos go for either Veil first or Kaya first, just to blast the wave, and then into the Boots of Travel.
I see. Yeah, he is getting, he's getting a little bit more stomped than I thought he was supposed to. The Lina with 8 denies here, also getting a couple of stacks for herself. P1 kind of has to, instead of stacking for himself, he's like, all right, Lina's in the lane. Let's just get all the last hits. Run away now. So, could be a problem.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I wouldn't think of this as like a counter to Kato, but it feels like Lina can do the exact same thing as Kato can, but she's an actual mid hero, right? Like, she also can choose not to play the lane at all.
Exactly. I think Lina has better timings, especially when you have a free lane like this, you just get Travels BKB. You're always going to be useful. You can Roche. There's, lots of actual mid-hero things that you do. Whereas the Kato... he works differently, but there's actually a good argument for the mid Kato just because of the fast vessel, right? We see those Katos rushing that item, and against Monkey King core, against Treant Protector and CK. You have these bulky boys or high region guys that get countered very hard by the item.
The bottom lane, let's look at it a little bit. CK is winning this matchup against Lifestealer. Did you expect this to happen? I thought the Lifestealer was picked mostly because of the lane, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's because he doesn't die, but he definitely doesn't win the lane. The base damage on Lifestealer is so trash. CK, you know, after that buff to 30, like 1.5 extra damage to creeps, like you just out-deny and you pretty much get every CS as CK. That hero is very strong.
Yep. Yeah, the change to the Chaos Strike that now deals 1.5 damage to creeps just kind of threw him over the edge as he now goes over to Karhua, trying to get this kill. Did not get the last crit he was looking for, so Karhua is capable of raging and going back safely home. In the top lane, they do kill a courier, but there's no actual aggression.
But that's like really sad for Lifestealer. The CK played really well. He just gets close enough so that you can react to the animation. And yeah, like you pick these heroes so you don't die.
He's that's crazy. Zero, not afraid of these towers, just takes down the Treant Protector. That is the most lore-friendly first blood we're gonna get here. The 2 tree users against the Timbersaw. Timbersaw is winning for now. Monkey getting forced to go into the trees. He's gonna miss a fair amount of CS with this. I don't know what that was for. And now his tree is cut. Zero, making his life impossible. Let's not forget that Timbersaw's probably Zero's best hero here, so you gotta be a bit careful about this. Is bottom lane. Karhua is also the target, but Braxy covers his escape, so he's capable of retreating in time.
Yeah. It's good that they killed the Treant Protector there. I think the lane was looking... The bottom lane is looking really bad for Black King Aloe right now, so they have to compensate somehow. And they also killed the Lifestealer. So yeah, it's looking even worse now. Jesus. That's a catapult wave on top of it. So KBUS, I think there's a lot of... Dude, they're also losing the DP top.
Yeah. God Z does die here, but honestly, I think the real lane where they're destroying is bottom, where Lifestealer is starting to really suffer. Karhua dying down bottom, already losing a lot of assets. Even if the top does not go their way, CK can just kind of become the win condition, right? Can CK not just itemize his carry this game and take over?
Oh, for sure. I think if he gets an early blink, it's very scary for the Lifestealer. Just, you know, blinking close range, you can definitely get the Chaos Bolt before he pops Rage. And then you have a lot of extra follow-up damage. That Hoodwink is just so much burst. You have the... Oh, the Ogre's just dead.
Yep, that was a freebie. I mean, you just got 2 Chaos Strikes in a row and goodbye to Ogre.
Oh boy. Yeah, that Kato. You know, also one thing that really kind of scares me is that, you know, sure you can get this Kaya, sure you farm more creeps with it, but now you're going Travels before that Vessel that we talked about, or maybe he's not even going Vessel. That leads me to believe this Kato is just gonna soak a lot of farm from the map. The Lifestealer is gonna have 0 farm, and he's just gonna be a creep the whole game.
Yeah, Lifestealer kind of depends on the laning stage to be able to make it out of here alive. And I mean, you said he wasn't gonna die, but he's being destroyed. I don't think other carries would have done, you know, that much worse than Lifestealer. He's not able to really fight against Sunlight right now. Sunlight, who, by the way, now could be in trouble. There is a TP come from the Hoodwink. Sunlight sees the opportunity, going for the Lifestealer here. Wants to get the free crit. There's the Bushwhack. Instead, the Ogre's going to suffer the Wrath of Sunlight. And oh boy, does Braxy die there. The Warden hitting him with 2 stacks of Acorn Shot. The Warden now stunned though. There's the Fire Blast coming to play. Spirit Siphon as well. And the Warden might have been enough of the more that he could chew. Ignite will finish him off. Sunlight doesn't quite get the kill on either Karhua or on Braxy.
Wow. I mean, Ogre, usually a very tanky hero. 8 armor there, but you have the Blightstone on the Hoodwink and -4 armor coming from the CK. So he looks like a wet noodle. And when we talk about Lifestealer, very low armor hero, which is why, you know, CK can be a problem.
True.
He only has 6, so he has 0 armor when they go on him.
Yep, when he has the Reality Rift on. P1, by the way, dies in the middle lane. Sorry about that. Annihilate does get a quick kill there here on the Caudal, utilizing the Laguna Blade. One of the difficulties, of course, of Caudal versus Lina, as you said, earlier activation on Lina.
Yep.
Also,
we do find a ward from the move of KBU, but still, the Caudal is sad.
I mean, she got the Boots of Travel. She can rush Boots of Travel. That's another advantage she has, right? Doesn't need to go for Kaya or Veil or anything like that. Bottom, Braxy in trouble. There's the Reality Rift used. That's going to destroy it. Karko, I don't think you want to fight this. And he's going to die to the crit alone. No need for the minus armor. Sunlight does fall to the Illuminate there. P1, good rotation. Well, they just killed the carry and got the experience out of it. I don't think he's too sad about falling there.
And now the Koro steals the stack with that lifestealer. If that was a pub, that lifestealer would be about to rage quit. This is like the Koro shows up after you die, gets the kill, steals the stack. Like, what are you supposed to do in this game?
Yeah.
I think he has to go some sort of Midas. I don't feel like there's a recovery going, you know, like Armlet. And like, I know Midas is trash in this patch, but I don't feel like he's ever gonna have impact.
Yeah. I mean, it is an A, so they invented the recovery Midas, if anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't sound very satisfied with that idea. I mean, what else could they possibly do, right? Timbersaw and Caudle will still be strong right now, so I guess they could take over the game and give space to Lifestealer. But I don't know if Lifestealer wants to go in a farm war against the Monkey King and the CK.
Already. And, you know, the Monkey King, very mobile hero, just like the Lina, can be activated early with an item like Echo Saber. And his lane, you know, was not great. He's tied up with the Timber, but the Echo is just much more impact than the Armlet and also cheaper.
But isn't the Armlet better because you synergize with a Shard, which is one of CK's offlane's best tools?
No, I mean the Armlet for the Lifestealer.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought because I saw the CK is actually going Echo Saber himself, not Armlet. What do you think of that then?
Oh, I mean usually I think it's not great, but they are definitely playing from ahead, so I think that's fine. He's not no pressure of making those moves.
I mean, right now there's a little bit of pressure coming from Locado and the Ogre. Annihilate joins though and says, who's the better mid laner? Let's test it out. He tries to burst on Braxy and he accomplishes that. Godz though is kicking him out of the lane for now. Annihilate wants to keep his distance. Sunlight sees the opportunity, going for Godz who has no ultimate. And from behind, Realm joins the fray of Overgrowth as well. Keeps him inside the Wukong's command, meaning 2 free kills going away at KBO US. Nobody dies. Very good, very well rotated and very well played.
Yeah, I love the way Realm played there. He ults, he gets the Overgrowth instantly, he gets the kill TP stop, doesn't waste time with anything, and his contribution as a carry was done. Now it is time to farm.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, sure that it was a decent response from Black & Yellow, but they also got the tower, so they pretty much mirror what Zero was able to do. So now it's on, as you said, Zero and Kato. I really feel like they have to up the pace of this game. Lifestealer level 7 versus this level 9 Monkey King with 2 kills. He just needs a lot of free time, and I actually love this, that he's going Maelstrom. He needs some sort of farming speed item. The Armlet was not gonna cut it.
Oh, well, he decided for the Armlet.
Okay, oh god.
Just as you said that, Bowie, Karko is listening in on the cast, he's like, you know what? I love Bowie, but also, fuck Bowie.
I will make him look just as bad as I will look with this item. I mean, I'm kidding. There's obviously a chance that it pans out, but it's just very slow. You know, Armlet, the components by themselves, they don't really increase your farming speed that much. Let's see if they can... I guess, you know, if the Kato just plays around with this rage, there's a chance that they can... You know, he can get 2 rages in a fight. But I think this Kato is just going to be used the Chakra Magic on him. This is, you know, very greedy core Kato.
Also, even if you get 2 rages in a fight up against Lina and CK and Monkey King, right? Like, they do have a fair amount of physical damage, which you pointed out in the draft, right? That's why, exactly. I mean, I honestly don't know what this lifestealer was for. If he loses the lane, what possible purpose could he have this guy?
None. Really none. Maybe they didn't expect the flex, right? The DP eventually becoming support. But, yeah, the Lina was just a really good pick from KBO US. That lifestealer... It's just gonna be sad the whole game. Now they do try to engage here. There is living armor, so that's kind of a slow push. Let's see what they can accomplish. Looking pretty good so far. Okay, good overgrowth. And with a sharpshooter, goodbye to Karkua. As they set up the Wukong's command, that's going to be for the TP. Salacious Sea Lion does get torn to shreds by the Timber, but they're going to get the 2 valuable kills there. However, Sunlight could be in trouble. Zero walked in the middle of Wukong's command, could run punish this. He does not have any stuns. He's going to have to let him go. Annihilate actually dies to Braxy's Ignite in the backlines, and the Warden is trying to punish Braxy for his sins. Can he accomplish this? Oh, Acorn shot
does not bounce, so the Warden himself could be in trouble. Here's Realm though, joining back in. The Centaur sets up for this as Realm gets a bunch of magical damage on both Zero and Braxi, getting both kills. Realm needs to heal back up. He's using that that Jingu Mastery to use the lifesteal to get back in full HP. He's down to 200. The Blinding Light sends him packing though, and it's gonna be black and yellow. Reinitiating apparently as Celestial Sea Lion is once again a target. Beautiful pushback into Sharpshooter. Karkua is forced to dispel that break with the Rage. And instead they're gonna decide to go for the tower.
What? Illuminate just kills, just takes half of the Hoodwink's HP.
Yeah.
Alright, if they can get this tower, it's good. Like, Karkua... Oh no, he's gonna die again, right?
Yep, that was just a stun into Laguna Point. Those things happen sometimes.
I actually found it very funny that when they went for the push the first time, the Lifestealer is the one hitting the tower side of the Timber. They're like, they kind of accepted the fact that this Lifestealer is an offlaner now and Timber is gonna be the carry.
Yeah.
He just dies twice as they try to go for that tower, and the Timber was the one waiting to like eventually engage. So I guess if you accept that, maybe there's a way. Like if you go Ags on this Lifestealer, can you get this like some sort of utility Lifestealer to help the other cores? I think that might be a way.
Yeah? With the Axe
Honestly,
build, right? Oh, Realm.
Yeah,
They cut his
I
tree.
wouldn't mind that.
Realm is gonna die. I wonder if anyone in this cast said that you maybe shouldn't pick Monkey King in Timber, so... Nah, that would be crazy.
Oh,
Nobody
no.
said
That was never mentioned.
Yeah. The Warden could be in trouble here. But no, he's going to be able to make it out. No Coddle Blast. He does have E-Blade now completed. As you guys have seen from the recent Coddle plays, if you guys follow 9 or anyone that's played in Coddle mid, Dagon's no longer the build. Usually it's E-Blade these days. That's more common. People have been going for Vessel a lot, but this time he's not going to go for Vessel. Askarhua dies in the top lane to Annihilate once again solo because of the Shadow Blade.
Oh, okay. So, Planet... Have you ever watched Planet of the Apes?
Yes, actually. It's a pretty good movie.
So,
Annihilate.
they did trample the humans, right? The technology. And yeah, he would...
Oh, maybe not. Look, I annihilate. I annihilate. Danny in the trees, invisible. Woo! The Timber Chain misses. He can't be
Believe in
stopped.
yourself, Zero.
Shadow Blade's about to end though. Annihilate? Yeah, he manages to make out of vision.
Okay. Wow, that was really close.
Okay, sorry. What about Planet of the Apes? The remake or the original one? Because there's one that's good and one that's not very good.
It doesn't matter which one. Like the apes,
Okay.
they kind of triumph the humans, right? And Timbersaw is a human with technology, but the apes will eventually prevail. So that's maybe what KBU was thinking.
I don't think that was the plot of the movie, that the apes will prevail no matter what.
I
think
will
it's
be
about
honest. I have never watched that movie, although I know it has to do with apes and humanity being endangered. Is it true?
Well,
like that's
yeah,
my,
but the apes
my,
are given
how I
intelligence,
perceive
and then the apes take
trailer.
over humans, right? They don't prevail
Yes.
because, like, no matter what happens, apes always survive. I don't think that's the theme. that would be really funny. Apes are like cockroaches, right? No matter what happens, the apes will be the last species standing. And that's Realm's tactic, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's how I perceive the trailer. Unfortunately, I don't know why I would never watch that film, that movie, because everyone says it's pretty good. But
The original's very
good. I never got to it.
For Monkey King, though, if you want some lore, in the Dota 2 lore, right, Monkey King actually was buried to his head in the sand, right, for a millennia, and his only friend was like Broodmother to talk to. So he does survive a lot of suffering, this guy.
His only friend was Broodmother.
Yeah, in
What
fact,
the hell?
Monkey King's girlfriend, or married actually to Broodmother, because she forces him to marry her. Otherwise, she won't keep talking to him, and he's so lonely that he's like, fine, whatever, I'll do it. So technically, they're lovers.
Interesting.
That's all Dota 2
all
lore.
right.
That's true, baby. That's what happens when you hang out with Slacks, my friend.
I will believe you. I will believe you. Maybe you're just messing with me, but
No,
I'll
it's
trust
true.
you, Avo. This time, I'll trust you.
Thank you. They got Karkua again.
Lifestealer.
Do they have enough damage, though? Yes, they do.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Love this combo. CK plus Hoodwink. Really, really solid.
Oh man, I just feel sad. You know, I don't know. Oh, actually, that is part of my research. I was okay. We'll
wait.
find this other.
Ogre Magi?
Wait.
He is going to be killed, but Sunlight could be in trouble himself. E-Blade, and they send him back. Okay, a lot of burst damage here for Sunlight. He's managing to survive it for now, but he needs some sort of support here. The Overgrowth comes by, but unfortunately, he's gonna die. Beautiful Sign stops the Phantasm, which means he couldn't use it in time and dispel it. So Salacious Sea Lion himself in trouble. There's no trees to hang on to, so he will also be cut down. Tell me about your research, Bowie.
So I have notes on every player, and the only note that I have for Karhua is hashtag weird strength heroes. And
That's very true, actually.
He's been playing Sven, my dude.
Yes,
He attempted the forbidden trash hero. Lifestealer, I don't think is at the same level of Sven as trash, but this game is just such a sad Lifestealer game. Oh, hello, Hoodwink.
Dispelled Scurry, and now silenced. And if scrolls can't talk, they're inherently weaker. I agree with you. Carhua, when he was on oh no, it's Carhua. Carhua, by the way, I just call it Carhua because accents in Spanish would lead to you believing it's that way, but a lot of Peruvian players can't spell, so I'll be honest with you, who knows. Carhua, he used to play on G Pride, and he used to play Lifestealer like literally every game, and you'd be like, Carhua, can you play any other heroes? He'd be like, yes, but I don't want to. Okay, sure. I mean, you're losing, but whatever. You're up to you, dude. So this is one of those situations where it feels like he's just very comfortable on the hero. He probably saw 1 or 2 good matchups, and you think, I can carry this? I mean, he's kind of recovering. In Div 2, comfort has a lot more priority than Div 1, right, Bowie? There's a lot more importance to comfort here.
I would say so. Especially if you're struggling, right? You just want to make sure everyone is playing as comfortable as possible. That might be the reason they went for this Lifestealer. But yeah, I guess he's looking a little bit better. It's not like the Monkey King farmed too much. He's also struggling. The solo kill that the Timber was able to get, and the fact that they're moving so much as KBU does allow this Lifestealer to recover a bit. All right, mid tower is going to be traded by a tier 2, so that's not too shabby for Black and Yellow if they can actually accomplish this. The living armor does make it super slow though.
Yeah, here's a question. Is the mid tier 1 so valuable that it might actually be worth a tier 2 in some situations?
I would say, if you would add a monetary value, I would say tier 2 is worth maybe 10 Dota Renos, and the mid tier 1 would be like 8.
Okay, fair enough.
They're pretty close. Yeah.
I love how you can always translate things into numbers so that my monkey mind can understand it.
I mean, we're engineers, dude. That my brain, unfortunately, sometimes I wish I wasn't as much of an engineer as I am, but that's how my mind works.
Oh God, Z found the wrong one. He
CK.
just realized. Oh,
What?
Oh, Sunlight. Oh, he got cut. That was almost really pog. But instead, it's a little bit Pepega. So they're gonna find poor Sunlight, and he's gonna die in the.
And he's
the
stuck.
cliff.
Oh God. There you go. TP is back. Yeah, I mean, still though, even if with the, let's say, bad trade, KBU is looking really good, and it really feels like none of the carries are the real carries this time. Lina seems to be the actual position 1 for KBU, and that Kotl is somehow trying to cosplay as a mid hero. We'll see how well that goes.
That's kind of what we see a lot when teams that are not very used to playing it. Though P1 has run it before, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think he's a strange. I mean, I think his Kotl has actually been pretty okay. It's just the pick itself might be questionable, right? But the Kotl has been fine this game. Oh, they found the Timber Saw.
The game weird.
Oh, Timber Saw. He's gonna die straight up by the Lina. There's the Ghost Center saving God Z for a couple of seconds when this Lina's attack damage. And set up the Wukong's command just in case. God Z could be in trouble. We have a bushwhack, and they find him. Goodbye, God Z. Wukong's command zones out the creeps. Not really sure what Realm was trying to catch with that, but it's all good. It's all good, Realm. You don't need it to push this tower.
Yeah, very weird use of the exorcism there. The Timber was dead. There was no backup. Kind of crazy move from God Z. But it does buy a little bit of time. They also did spend the Wukong's command, so it ends up being even at the end of the day.
In terms of ultimate, right? But you did lose 2 heroes, so...
Yes, and you probably lose this tower. I don't think there's a defense that can be mounted here. This Kotl is very fragile. He can't set up when there's a Monkey King and a tree just getting so much vision. So they might just have to give this up, although they're not pushing. Interesting. Okay.
They're not doing what they're supposed to do. I wonder what is on their mind. I think with that CK, they don't have much push, right? CK and Lina are their best pushers. Annihilate is trying to finish Satanic, and the CK, he is trying to finish BKB, so he's not really interested.
Yeah, they want all the BKBs. It's pretty close for them. The Monkey King is 1,000 gold away. The CK, I think, has it, right? He disassembled the Echo. That's why I'm okay with the Echo. You know, it does allow you to farm your BKB slightly faster, especially when you have a decent game. So now this could be their timing.
Okay. A BKB on CK. I mean, a lot. I think Sunlight might be playing a bit too aggressively, though. Like, he's been caught a couple of times farming really aggressively here. And this might be another one of them. Oh, Sunlight. Don't go to the low ground.
This is not easy.
Yeah. He does have BKB, you're right, you're right. There's immediate activation of BKB. He was actually baiting, let's say, apparently. Zero is probably the worst target to go on. They missed a sharpshooter as well.
They smoke again. They do have a window. Exo will be up. The BKB is down the CK. Do they have one? They don't. So forget about that. Maybe the courier's bringing one. Yes. I would like to see a smoke. No. Let's just farm a little bit more. That is something Deep2 loves, right?
Yeah.
Farming that extra amount of gold, making sure you have all of your comfort items.
It's true. Div2 is on the either end of the spectrum, right? There's either farm until you can't farm anymore, or fight and all the time, ever. Cooldowns don't matter, items don't matter, just run at them and pray that you're better than them. And there's like no middle ground between Div2. It's not even like a region-based thing, it's just a team-based thing.
Yeah, I definitely think it's true. Like, you either have these teams that think they're better than everyone and just don't want to fight, and sometimes, you know, it works really well. Sometimes they just lose like flies. But they will force this Roche. I
like
love
flies.
this. All right, black and yellow with the bold moves. They do plenty. They actually like just vision from KBU, but they don't know or they don't want to. I think they can because they have 3 BKBs, but it's just gonna be a free Roche.
And they give it to Karkwa, who honestly is matching the CK in terms of farm. Not looking that bad anymore. Annihilate, meanwhile, it's like time to push. We didn't push earlier. It's my time to utilize the double damage. He is trying to go for Satanic. We talked about this with Ryu, remember that cast? So I think he's listening to us now, Bowie. People are starting to go for Satanic as the third item.
Yeah, it's really good. You know, against the silence, there's a lot of spells that they're gonna use that you don't have to BKB. So definitely a lot of value there. Do they have Shard in the Lifestealer? I think once they get the Shard in this Scotty, this Lifestealer is gonna start feeling like a hero. I'm very surprised that Black and Yellow got so much time. KBU definitely over-farming a little bit.
I mean, for the timings they just got with just BKB and stuff, I would expect something a bit bigger than a bait in the mid lane. I thought a smoke or something like that. Oh. Okay, Garhua is like, I don't want you, dude. I want your tower, sure. Blink away, CK.
Look at the monkey. He's behind. I think he wants the DP.
Oh, monkeys always prevail, we know that. There's the BKB, so they can't cut down the straight to stun him. Wukong's command's been set up, but the Ghost Hunter will save DP for now. However, the Ghost Hunter's done, and God Z is as well. As Braxy dies in the backlines, they got rid of that Lifestealer Aegis, and now the Lifestealer himself. We lied, there's no such thing as over-farming. KBU still winning.
I think the biggest problem here is that they went for this push with absolutely no vision. So the Monkey King was able to go for the super greedy move and just get the DP. Also, they have E-Blade on Kotto, and they use the Ghost Scepter and E-Blade at the same time. So if maybe they use the items a little bit better, DP could have bought more time. Maybe the Exo does a little bit more. But the Lifestealer was also totally isolated. He still struggles against the physical damage. All of the fights we saw him look a little bit better. They were not 5 versus 5s.
Yep. That's a good point, actually. I do like the E-Blade comment. I think the DP is kind of crucial to your fight when she becomes a 4, right? You kind of have to preserve her to be alive. That's why I don't like her as a 4. If she's a 5, you can just kill her and she's at least distracting them. But as a 4, she needs to do more than just be the first target they kill in the fight.
I think this DP pick was way more about them trying to counter Black and Yellow than them enabling their draft. So
I agree.
I feel like it's been, you know, a decent performance for the DP, but against that much burst damage, I don't think there's enough that you can do to survive, especially when they're thinking go ahead.
I might have even liked, actually, if they gave more farm priority to the Ogre. I don't know if that's even possible, like an Ogre 4, but you know, he can actually do a little bit more with the farm than the DP can as a 4. Because eventually they just out damage you, yeah?
have you heard about the bug on Ogre that Fire Shield's not working?
What do you mean fire shield? Really? Not working?
Yeah, there was a Reddit thread today saying that it was not working. So he just spent gold here, and I don't think this is actually doing anything.
He's gonna die. Zero's dead for sure. That fire shield sure didn't help him. It's put on the creeps anyway. And they found the DP as well for free. That's a Ghost Scepter, but now there's 5 heroes surrounding you, so Ghost Scepter will not do anything either. 3 kills, 1 core, 2 supports. So it's just straight up not working? Like, nothing? No part of the fire shield is working?
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, that they were trying it on games and in lobbies, and it was just not absorbing any damage.
Wow. That's not a bug, Bowie. That's just League of Legends, dude. We just have a broken spell straight up. That's not good.
So yeah, either a lot of people are hallucinating, or it is just not working at all. I'll double check after this series.
Honestly,
it was like it had like 100 upvotes or something.
A part of me would love it if there was just this intersubjective hallucination from all the Dota community that they all couldn't see that the fire shield's actually blocking damage.
Everyone just agrees that it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's like a massive meme. And Valve is like checking and they can't reproduce it and they go crazy. Oh man. Actually, you know what, Bowie? That should be something we should try. Just think of a bug like that that's crazy, like something straight up not working, and we post a Reddit thread, and then we get everyone to agree that it's bugged, right?
Just get enough personalities and talent to say like,
right. I like that.
I think there was a bug with Laundry that was super bonkers at one time where like you could sell stuff with the bear. No, you could buy stuff with the bear and sell, and you could like duplicate the item or something like that.
It gave you the double gold essentially.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. It would like. That was really
I might have used that in one match. I'm not gonna say, I'm a lone druid spammer. We take what we have, right?
Dude, I tested it, okay? I was, for science. Someone told me you can do this. I did it. I'm like, oh yeah, it actually works. But then in like 40 minutes, Valve fixed it. I think.
Yeah.
They were
when it comes to
quick
these
with
bugs
that stuff back in the day.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. It's same with the with that Juggernaut with Mask of Madness thing that happened. Remember when you could activate Mask of Madness in the middle of Omni and you'd give you like 10 times the attack speed?
Yeah.
And that got fixed within like 8 hours or so.
I think you can still do that, can't you?
No. It doesn't give you the same, like, it was like a bug that it gave you like double the attack speed when you activate MOM. You can still technically do that, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a ridiculous, it was bugged in the first days or two. Dendi actually used that in one of his matches on bait.
Did they win?
They did. Not him, by the way. It was I think it was Pio playing back in the day with him. I don't know. One of the many carries that went through the bait roster, right?
Yeah.
Realm?
Bottom lane is falling. Oh, nice.
He did not avoid that damage. Does activate the BKB and it's like, oh, I'm gonna Wukong's command, Lifestealer, you better leave. And Lifestealer respects the monkey.
Oh, he does, because he knows he's not going to prevail against the apes.
Yeah, exactly. He's watched Planet of the Apes. He's watched all of them. He's even watched the prequels. He knows.
He might not look cultured, but he definitely watches a lot of movies.
Lifestealer is actually a film critic in his free time, right? Yeah. Evar
Has his own blog.
They caught God C. Katakwa could be in trouble himself. They do have an overgrowth, but of course Katakwa still has the rage. Okay. That was a good attempt, Salacious Sea Lion, but pretty far off, to be honest. He had to be a little bit further. A little bit more.
I'm surprised that Lifestealer has more levels than Zero this game. Karhua, I guess he's been farming quite a bit.
Yeah.
So...
Dude, when you play Sven, I think you know how to play from behind in this patch, right?
Yep, that is true. Maybe he's just, what's the name of the Goku training?
Yeah, hyperbolic time chamber.
Yes, that's what he's doing. He's just getting the worst carries, and if he can actually sustain himself in Division 2 playing those carries, it means he's probably going to be the best carry in the region.
That's a very good point, actually. It's like Rock Lee, right? One day he's going to pick an agility here. It's like, oh my god, I'm so fast. I'm so good.
Or I actually have armor.
Or maybe he just tries CK, that'd be crazy, but like that's a strength carry that's not trash right now. Or Tiny. Oh god, Tiny would be a great idea for a strength carry.
I do think he played like he did win a game with CK. He also does.
He
play
does.
that
He does
hero.
play CK. It was actually just picked
Yeah.
this game. That's why I didn't pick it. That's the only reason. I was just memeing.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
No,
if
you're right,
they hadn't
you're
picked it, they 100% would have picked it for him.
He decided to advise on the courier, but the monkey team doesn't go for the courier against the DP.
Okay, and also the Ogre, and maybe the Life Stealer. A Life Stealer now gets sent back thanks to Reality Rift, and thanks to the Blink Dagger, they also stun him. Sunlight could be just getting this kill on the Life Stealer. BKB used. The E-Blade is not enough. That's gonna be dead Karakwa. He's forced to buy back, but they're fighting near the tier 2. Maybe not the best place. Salacious Sea Lion mix up for his earlier overgrowth with a beautiful 3-man overgrowth that stops the Coddle and Zero. Right in distract the Scotty. He's too strong for Zero. Karakwa trying to heal back up, but Scotty's preventing his eye. Annihilate deciding to go for the Timbersaw first, and the Timbersaw will fall. Now Sunlight keeping the Life Stealer at bay. He makes sure to stun him, silence him. The Blinding Light won't help enough. The E-Blade for a couple of extra seconds. That's gonna be a dieback for Karakwa. P1 doesn't do enough, and this little piggy, he wants blood, he wants horse meat, and he's not gonna get it for now. Yes, the Aeon Disc only sits for a couple seconds. P1 will die regardless because the burst damage after the Aeon Disc, all the stuns used, Sunlight does die, but it's worth it for KBU as they force
Radiant's middle tower.
they force 3 buybacks, 2 of which are diebacks.
Radiant's middle tower.
You heard it here, folks. Apes like horse meat, and
so do pigs.
Avo is probably not going to survive after the apes take over. I don't think they're gonna enjoy you spreading fake news about them.
Look, horse is actually a fine meat, okay? It's just a little bit muscly. It's really not that bad. People are...
Have you had it?
Yeah. Very common in Mongolia. It's a big part of their cuisine.
Okay. I never had it. It's
okay.
Yeah, I
Not the
mean,
best
in that fight, I think the biggest problem was, like, as Black and Yellow, they never really found a smoke where they had the advantage. All of the fights feels like someone just gets initiated. The Life Stealer had to buy back there. The side of Vice on this Cotto. Like, that's my problem with Cotto. He farms, like, sure, he has 20k net worth, but
What do you do?
I just don't feel the impact of the hero.
Yeah.
It's, you know, maybe if you're just... I don't want to blame the hero that much because there are players that can make it look good. It's just maybe in a team that's struggling, you want to enable your other cores more than you want to take away from them, you know?
I agree. Cotto reminds me a little bit of when you play like Alk or Meepo, right? Where it's like...
Yeah.
For the net worth you have, your impact is really not that great, but you farm so quickly that you can kind of make up for it. And my theory is just that mid laners miss playing Alk, and the Cotto is just the closest thing they can play right now, surprisingly enough. But Alk was better because at least he created gold. So
Sure, and he has like a stun, right? And he gets
Crazy.
minus armor.
yeah,
Like, he actually does, like, hero stuff.
It's
Cotto,
true.
if you get eggs, you have, like, sort of a stun, but not really something he went for this game. Pretty greedy build, I would say.
Is under attack.
Very good point. Gleipnir already up. I wonder if you'll notice the fire shield's not working. You're right, huh? It's not mitigating any of the damage of the Acorn shot. Thank you, Reddit, for that. Oh, okay. They just initiate. Goodbye to the DP. Blinding Light at least gets rid of the illusions with the BKB. Keeps Sunlight stuck to Karkwa. Karkwa, your rage is about to end, but he has the Infest. However, the Orchid, no. With the Infest, Timbersaw is unkillable. They'll go for Rax instead. Melee creeps are up. KBU US probably won this game, but at least Black and Yellow has one last fight in them. Trying to kill the Hoodwink first. I Annihilate keeping the Timbersaw at bay. There's the Life Stealer getting close to the Lina, realizing he's not as strong as the Lina. Run away, little Life Stealer. There's nowhere to run to. GG is called. KBU will take the first game of the series. Pretty convincingly.
Yeah. It was a hard game. I really feel like once you pick that Life Stealer, I'm surprised the game actually lasted 37 minutes. I was expecting a faster stomp. KBU, obviously, I think they played pretty chill. They didn't really had anything to lose. But I honestly feel like Black and Yellow can show us much better Dota with a different draft. That Life Stealer with the Cotto